Los Angeles. It's official. American music analysts are placing Jungkook of BTS in the same league as Billie Eilish and Harry Styles. The recognition, first highlighted in Variety and later echoed by Billboard and the Straits Times, cements Jungkook's status as one of the defining pop icons of the modern era and, more importantly, as the Asian artist who broke through the final ceiling of Western recognition. According to the Straits Times, Jungkook has now amassed a staggering 9.7 billion Spotify streams, a number that positions him among the world's most streamed solo artists. This milestone follows his earlier record as the first Asian soloist to surpass 2.4 billion streams with Seven, a track that continues to dominate global playlists more than 2 years after its release. Only Vibe's latest rankings show that Jungkook now stands beside Billie Eilish and Harry Styles, both artists known for achieving over 100 million streams on every original track. For many analysts, this moment isn't just statistical, it's symbolic. Jungkook's rise represents the full globalization of pop music, a world where Seoul, London, and Los Angeles now share the same stage. Jungkook has moved beyond the K-pop label, said Variety's senior music editor in a recent feature. He's become part of the global language of pop itself. The numbers aren't just impressive, they're revolutionary for Asian representation. Spotify's 2025 press report further underscores this transformation, revealing a 200% increase in K-pop streaming worldwide this year. Industry experts credit Jungkook's consistency, cross-genre appeal, and creative independence as major catalysts for that surge. He's no longer just part of a wave, he's leading it. This recognition also arrives at a pivotal moment for BTS's parent label, HYB, which recently announced a $500 million investment to develop new global artists in 2026. The company cited Jungkook's solo impact as a living example of how one artist can influence the entire ecosystem of music streaming. US analysts have drawn direct comparisons between Jungkook and Harry Styles' Fine Line era, as well as Billie Eilish's artistic evolution in Happier Than Ever. But what makes Jungkook stand out, they say, is his ability to combine stage charisma, digital dominance, and emotional storytelling, all while staying unapologetically true to his Korean roots. Jungkook isn't copying the Western formula, he's rewriting it, Billboard concluded in a recent editorial. Every release feels intimate, global, and effortless. That's the mark of a true world-class artist. The praise didn't stop there. On social media, US journalists and producers described Jungkook as the bridge between East and West, and the pop star who changed what global success looks like. Fans, meanwhile, trended hashtags like #Jungkook Global Legend and #PopKingJungkook, flooding Twitter and TikTok with clips of his iconic live stages and Spotify achievements. Even Western artists seemed to join the chorus. A source from Only Vibe revealed that Jungkook's team has received multiple collaboration inquiries from US-based producers who previously worked with Eilish and Styles, a sign that his influence is not only acknowledged but sought after. What began as a dream of one Korean teenager auditioning under Big Hit in 2011 has now become a cultural shift, one that forces the music world to confront a new reality. The biggest names in global pop are no longer defined by geography. AS Variety poignantly summarized, Jungkook doesn't follow the path of Western pop. He is the path now. Within hours of the American headlines breaking, Korean media went ablaze. News anchors, entertainment commentators, and even government cultural officials weighed in on the unprecedented recognition. For South Korea, a nation that built its modern identity around cultural exports, this wasn't merely about one artist's success. It was about national pride. In Seoul, Yonhap News published a front-page feature titled, Jungkook Redefines Pop Globalization. The article framed his 9.7 billion Spotify streams as proof that Korea's creative power has matured beyond regional fandom into a universal language. Meanwhile, Korea Jongong Daily ran a more emotionally charged piece, writing, Jungkook's name is now engraved beside Billie Eilish and Harry Styles, not as a guest, but as an equal. The acknowledgement from American analysts sparked online debates that transcended borders. International fans celebrated with virtual banners on Twitter and Weverse, while K-netizens discussed the symbolism of Jungkook surpassing linguistic and cultural barriers that once seemed insurmountable. Many described this milestone as the second Korean wave, not of K-dramas or idol groups, but of individual artistry. Across social media, armies from the US, Brazil, Japan, and Indonesia coordinated streaming events under the hashtag Jungkook Global Crown, pushing Standing Next to You and Seven back into multiple iTunes and Spotify charts. Even after years since their release, the resurgence felt like a digital standing ovation. Some fans edited comparison videos showing how Jungkook's live stages matched the intensity of Harry Styles' stadium tours and Billie Eilish's cinematic performances, proving visually what the data already confirmed. But perhaps the most touching moment came not from fans, nor from journalists, but from within the BTS circle itself. According to Korean entertainment insiders, several of Jungkook's bandmates privately congratulated him through messages. Jimin reportedly sent a late-night Weverse post saying, "You've always been global to us. Now the world just caught up." The post trended instantly, causing armies to flood both Jimin and Jungkook's comment sections with heart emojis and cries of pride. Meanwhile, Suga, known for his measured tone, mentioned Jungkook in a recent radio appearance. "This is not just his win. It's proof that Asian musicians can move culture, not just follow it." His words struck a chord, echoing across international fan communities that have long fought for recognition beyond language boundaries. American media, too, continued to marvel. Rolling Stone released a follow-up piece titled The Pop Triad: How Eilish, Styles, and Jungkook Redefine Fame, arguing that Jungkook's story encapsulates the modern evolution of music consumption, borderless, algorithmic, and deeply emotional. The article praised how his artistry merges technical excellence with vulnerability, calling him the most human superstar in a digital age. Behind the glittering headlines, however, industry analysts see deeper implications. Jungkook's rise suggests a permanent shift in the entertainment ecosystem, the decentralization of cultural authority. For decades, the US had been the singular axis of pop validation. Now, as Seoul, London, and Los Angeles intertwine, power is shared, and perhaps, for the first time, equal. Financial observers also noted how Jungkook's global presence influences investor confidence in Korean entertainment stocks. HYBE's share price reportedly rose 7% in the week following the US coverage. Market analysts cited intangible brand power as the key factor, a polite way of saying that Jungkook's name now moves more than hearts. It moves economies. AS armies continue to celebrate. One question echoes across every platform. If Jungkook has already conquered streaming, where does he go next? Some point to the Grammys, now seemingly within reach given his new standing among American icons. Others whisper about a solo world tour that could rival even BTS's peak eras. Whatever comes next, one truth remains unshakable. Jungkook is no longer just a representative of Korean pop. He's the embodiment of what global music looks like when boundaries dissolve. And perhaps, somewhere in Seoul tonight, Bang Si-hyuk is watching the world finally catch up to the dream he envisioned more than a decade ago. A dream that began with 7 boys, one of whom would grow to stand beside pop's greatest, not as a novelty, but as a leader. Would you like me to continue this article into the Grammy speculation arc? How Billboard and Variety predict Jungkook might be nominated next year and what that would mean for K-pop's history.